That concludes our candidates for commission. And as Shai Perednik arrived, Chair.
Good evening, everyone. I'm nervous standing in front of you. I'm just like my previous applicant. I'm just an ordinary guy. I'm actually an IT guy, so I spend most of the day behind computers. I do work with various teams within Deloitte. I did start my career in the U.S. Navy, so that was my kind of entry from childhood to manhood, I guess. And going in the U.S. Navy really taught me about community, how important it is to love one another, how important it is to care for each other. And throughout my career, I was actually learning more about that as I learned more about my daily tasks, learned about management, learned about IT. I actually came from California, so I grew up in California my whole life in Los Angeles. I moved here last year. We simply Googled friendly towns in southern Pennsylvania, and we found Phoenixville. I give my wife credit for doing most of the research and finding this wonderful town that we really truly love. We spent our lives in California, growing up in something like what my previous applicant was explaining about Northridge, where you see the backs of houses, you don't see trees, you see just plain towns that aren't very interesting, very appealing, and don't drive people to go to that town. And the few towns scattered around California that we loved were just way too expensive for us to live, way too expensive for us to raise a family. So we moved to Pennsylvania and Phoenixville, and we have a wonderful home that we love and purchased here. We want to continue raising our family and raising two wonderful kids in this town is giving me that true feeling that I finally accomplished something and can give my children the life that they want to live. And like I said, I want to be part of this town and be able to make sure that it keeps its historical value while we do accept new development and embrace new development, but actually do it in a proper way that the rest of our town members can really appreciate and retain that historical value of the town.
Questions from council? Ms. Mayo?
What vision do you feel that you could bring to the planning commission?
I think I come from a different side, working with IT and working with computers. I work in a very kind of process-driven environment. So I think that's something that's very important when you go to committee and you're working in the committee with other people. I've worked on many other committees within my career. I've worked on many planning in the Navy and in IT. And I think what's important is to work with each other and to work towards a common vision and establish a common vision and work towards that goal together.
Thank you.
Anyone else in council? Mr. Gautreaux?
Yeah, Shai, I just have one question. I asked one of the other applicants, would you be interested in any other boards if you were not the chosen one for the application for the position for planning commission?
Yeah, I have some interest in HARB. I truly believe that that's one of the other committees that's, I'm sure all the other committees are very important, but I think HARB is one of the ones I can put my piece into. It's important to me, seeing what happened in California, a lot of small towns losing their values as small towns, small communities. That was just lost growing up, and it was lost so quick to new developments and lost so quick to change. That I think as part of HARB, I can also make a difference and help this town retain that historical value. And I think that's what really, to me, sets us apart. I drive from Phoenixville to Glen Mills every day and back, and I truly don't see many towns that have really raised the historical value, and that's what I do see here, and I want to preserve that.
Thank you.
Ms. Dugan?
Just a quick question. Which one were you more interested in, the HARB or planning? It sounds like you're more interested in HARB.
And no, I'm more interested in planning, mainly because I believe planning is the future, and as we get new plans that come in, we have to consider them, we have to take everything into account and properly plan for the future. And like advise council, advise do the research so we give proper advice. But I think at the same time, if you're planning for the future, you also need to have respect for the historical past.
Mr. Guy?
What are some improvements that you would like to see in the borough?
I'd like to see Bridge Street. I think Bridge Street to me is a kind of my ideal what I grew up with, small town feeling, and I think it's a great resource. And I've spent a lot of time cleaning up the Bridge Street, cleaning up the French Creek, that area, and I think we just need to have a more clean appeal. We need to be a cleaner town. We need to have Bridge Street be cleaner. So when people come in, they see clean streets, they see nice shops. Long-term wise, I would really like to see Bridge Street, possibly a cobblestone style road, kind of something that brings you more nostalgic feeling, but yet has small shops and have a more comfortable artsy feeling with restaurants and comfortable area where families can come shop, can come see the town, they can spend their day here, and then really won't go home and saying, I want to come back. So to me, Bridge Street I think is the area that I would most focus on.
Thank you, Shai.
Thank you.